Good morning, everyone. Okay, so we got a few decent moves. There's KTOV, SRAX, CLSN, sitting right at 359. MBOT, EKSO, RLOG, RELY is a little bit cheaper of a stock, but it's moving some. It's at 66 cents now. I don't know why it's not loading for me. There we go. Sorry about that. I forgot to take the intro screen off. Alright, so SRAX, it's up to 440. RIOT up to 1085. CLSN's probably pushing up with the most volume that I see, up to 238. Really big push. Probably a little bit extended now, but we'll see what it will do. It closed yesterday at 214, and so it looks a little bit extended to me. Sorry, man. I just realized I left my my intro screen on. But yeah, KTOV as well at 235, watching it over 250. Same thing with this one, watching this one over 350. RIOT at 1091, SRAX at 438. Some really obvious flag patterns on SRAX yesterday. Then we have EKSO at $3.10 now. Really crazy drop yesterday for EKSO. I know I have all these support and resistance lines, so I'm going to go ahead and remove some of these just so you could see it. But yeah, look at this drop yesterday. Look at this thing. Yesterday morning it dropped from 250 all the way down to 2 in less than a minute. So crazy drop. Going to be very careful with that one. Also watching RELY, although this one just started dropping. It's at 60 cents now. Its high is at 70 cents. So we'll see if it can push back up, start to push up to maybe test $1. It had some resistance here, and so, you know, going to be careful with it. RLOG needs to pick up some more volume. It's at 58.5 cents now. We'll see what it will do. MARK at 752 now. And so we'll see about that one as well. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Fiaz. Good morning, Arthamon. What's up, guys? Also kind of watching MBOT. I'm going to go ahead and add my watch list to the chat, guys, but MBOT as well. See if I can find a few more movers this morning. Okay, so KTOV. All right, so that's my watch list. I'm gonna see if I can find a few more. CLSN starting to drop though. It's down to 331. Yeah, I'm just worried this one's a little bit extended since it's pushed up so much already. So KBSF, some people are watching this one. It's up to 688, gapping up some. KBSF. You can see it had the previous high of day here at 7 and then again here at 668. So curious about what this one will do. CTIC, it's gapping up a little bit. URBN if you like the more expensive stocks. Wow. XNET, crazy drop. Look at this one. Going all the way down to $18. It was gapping up some. Now it's actually down some. Crazy move. Down to $18 from $21.43. Crazy move on that one. BPMX. Yeah, I'm watching RIOT as well. BPMX. I mean, it's gapping down some. It could rebound and try to fill some of this gap, but it all depends. Let's look at the daily chart. I mean, if it breaks under 16, I would be careful. It did break under 16. I'd be careful. Maybe a good short. Sorry, I just now saw where this one's at. This is the low of the last year, at least, on BPMX. So it's effectively down here now. And I mean, it could try to rebound and fill some of that gap. You can never really tell. But yeah, this is the lifetime low, I believe. Yeah, this is the lifetime low for BPMX. I remember trading this one about a year ago, whenever it was around here. Maybe a little bit higher than that. So yeah, be careful with it. With stocks this cheap, it's all the way down to 12 cents. You know, this thing could be delisted anytime. And so, you know, if it gets delisted, you're basically out of luck. You know what I mean? And so I'd be careful with it. Kevin, you got into RIOT yesterday at 8.98. Yeah, I think it's up to 10 something, isn't it now? It was up to 11.20. It's down to 10.20 now. But that's still a nice game, man. Big push. Good trade, bro. Nice job, man. I'm also watching SRAX. It's at 426. You can see if this one will move some. Yeah, sure, no problem, Kevin. All right, so we'll see if CLSN can rebound here. It's at 343. We'll see if it can push back up and test that 350 area and then maybe that high of the day. I'm going to be careful with this one. It's pretty extended. It closed yesterday at just over $2 at 214, and now it's at 345. So it's up, over 30%. So I'm going to be careful with this one, just because this one could always wash. It's just a big push unless it goes, supernova. But, my guess is it's going to wash. PTN. Here, give me a second. I'll check it out. Okay, so you said PTN. Yeah, PTN looks okay. It needs some more volume, because it's kind of bouncing around, gapping too much, which means no volume. And so we'll see what this one does. But if it can push up and start testing $1 with some volume, I'll definitely start paying attention to it. It just needs a little bit more volume. Let me look at the daily chart. I mean, here's the thing, though. It's right around this previous, it's broken over this previous high. And so, not a bad daily chart. It's getting over all these highs, so now it's kind of open, which is nice. So it actually has a really nice daily chart. Its next resistance is going to be most likely at $1, which they usually are. A little bit at 94. And so, yeah, I might watch this one. I don't necessarily like the intraday chart, but I like the daily chart, so we'll see. Yeah, no problem, Steven. But yeah, I'll probably keep this one on my right monitor. I have two monitors here. I have one here and then another one that you guys can't see. So I'm just going to keep this one on my right monitor just in case it starts to wake up. So I'm still holding that swing trade on MICT. My logic behind this one is that it actually fell down off of good news and good earnings, and so maybe it will rebound. I'm going to keep a stop firmly at $1 though, just because I don't want to bag hold this one and try to, get my hopes up for it. So I'm just going to keep my stop loss at $1 for this one to see if it rebounds in the next few days. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of MICT. This trade is exactly why I don't like playing earnings plays. I didn't know this one had earnings coming out whenever I decided to get into it, because you never want to buy before earnings because it can always just be a gamble. You don't know how it's going to react to earnings. You don't know what the earnings are even going to be. And so, it's just a gamble. It's just a coin flip, and you never want to do that with trading. And so I didn't realize MICT had earnings yesterday morning. And so that's ultimately what kind of hurt me with this trade. Which is a good, it's a good lesson on why I should always make sure and check to see which stocks have earnings coming up if I'm going to hold it overnight, Good morning, Pierre. Yeah, most of the time I check news. I'm about to go over the news right now, Steven. Let me see. Alright, so the one I'm really curious about is CLSN, to see if it had any type of Alright, so CLSN did have a news story. So the news story is Oppenheimer initiates coverage on Celsius with a outperform rating and a $9 price target. So the price target's $9 a share. We are at 334. So I mean, this one could possibly run a little bit more. We'll see. MBOT. This one's not a huge gap up, so I doubt it has news. Yeah, no news on MBOT. But like I said, this one's not a big gap up, and so not surprising it doesn't have news. Let's check KTOV. Alright, so KTOV has news as well. This is just from people upgrading them from neutral to buy. And their analysts, with their analyst. Let's see, SRAX. Yeah, no news on SRAX. Maybe RLOG. We'll see what this one does. No news on this one either. So yeah, CLSN had good news. KTOV did as well. These other ones didn't really have that much news going on with them. Let's see what XNET is doing. Look at XNET. Crazy volume. Michael, I just use Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim by TD Ameritrade has free Benzinga Squawk, and it also allows you to search the news stories for particular stocks. And so you'll get the news stories as soon as they come out on Thinkorswim. It's my favorite platform. It's what I use for charting. I have traded with them before, although I don't as much anymore. But yeah, they have free charting, free news alerts, a bunch of nice, really good stuff for traders. So let's see if RELY could push up here. I mean, it's at 61 cents. Its high of yesterday is right here at 63.5. So we'll see what this one will do. Check out the daily. I mean, it filled some of this gap down, went all the way down to 22 cents. So I'm going to be very careful with it. You know, you never know what this one's going to do. Really cheap stock, went all the way down to 22, back up to 61. It was down from $1.60 all the way down to under $1, and so on a gap down. So you got to be careful with this one. SRAX is starting to come down a little bit. It's at 412 now. Not a bad daily chart if it could follow through here. It just never follows through except for at this push right here. Kind of followed through here, but after it has a big push, it rarely follows through. You can see here, most of the time it ends up washing out, which is why a lot of times shorters like gapping up stocks like this, because eventually they can just short it after a big push and make some money. Really, Graham? See, everybody's been telling me that. I don't know why I never got a delay. Maybe it's because I deposited a small amount of money. Like, I know you can deposit like $15, and that might unlock it for you. Let me see. Yeah, you have to fund it apparently to get out a 20-minute delay. Like, I remember when I opened my account on Thinkorswim, I put in like $10. You know, maybe try depositing like a very small amount and just keep it in there. And you can always withdraw it if you ever need it, because you can wire money out of Thinkorswim. And so, you know, I mean, it's 100% up to you. This is just my advice for it. But yeah, if you want to unlock it, try depositing just a small amount of money. If you wire it, it should be in your account the next morning. And if you ever need it back, you can withdraw it and wire it and get it back instantly, like that day usually. It's usually, if you do it that morning, you usually get it back that day. But, yeah, maybe it's because when I opened my Thinkorswim account, I like put in $40 because I was just trying to learn how to trade. This was like 2 years ago. But I guess that's the problem with it. Yeah, I always knew the paper trading was delayed, which makes paper trading, you know, there's no point to paper trading if it's delayed by that much, you know. Just because the level 2's always off if it is. But yeah, guys, yesterday I actually thought of an idea. I thought of maybe 1 week I should just do a different setup every single day and see which setup works the best. Like, for example, Mondays I look for pre-market high breaks. Tuesdays I look for 1-minute pullbacks. Wednesdays I look for reversals. Thursdays I look for bull flags. Fridays I look for, you know, whatever else pattern. But that way, and then I could kind of study it to see which one actually worked the best, which day I did the best at it, which day I had the best percentage wins on it so I could see which setup works the best. I thought about doing that. I thought that would be a cool idea. So just stick to one day of the week and only follow one pattern. I can only get in it if it's that particular pattern. Like if it's Mondays, I can only do pre-market high breaks. If it's Tuesdays, I can only do the 1 minute pullback, etc. So I was thinking about doing that. Let me know if you want to see that. I might try to do that one of these weeks. Oh yeah, EKSO is one that I'm watching as well. At 319 now. This one had a crazy move yesterday, I think. Look at this drop yesterday on EKSO. Such a sketchy drop. This thing went from 250 to 2 in less than a minute. Super sketchy drop. And then right back up. Didn't even affect it. Obvious manipulation on EKSO there. So that scares me a little bit if I'm considering getting into it. Yeah, so Marco, it's free to unlock real time. Yeah, try going to YouTube maybe. That's what I would do. Just go to YouTube and type in how to unlock real time on Thinkorswim, and somebody will tell you how. I know I've always had real time as soon as I open my account, you know. And so I've never had to deal with delayed time. My paper trading is always delayed, and so I never paper traded on Thinkorswim but you can always use on demand as long as you don't mind. Like you can always use on demand, but if you want to follow along with the market, I always used a different paper trading broker. But yeah, Dave, you were the paramedic. Yeah, we found out my son has RSV, which is kind of scary. So he's still home from school. Uh, Michael, I just look for stocks that are moving with some volume. You know, they can be moving up or down, but I just want to see some volume going. Um, you know, because you need volume, and so that's really what I look for is just volume. Even if a stock's gapping up and does not have volume, I don't like it as much as I would, you know, if it has a lot of decent volume. You know, because you ultimately need volume for technical analysis to work. You know, you need it for that momentum push. And so I just look for volume, you know, whatever other people are watching. Like KBSF is moving some. It's at 690. Gonna keep an eye on this one. CYTK gapping down. We'll watch it over this 839 area. If it can break that, has some room to run. All right, so CLSN's back up to over 350. Its high is at 358 of pre-market. Kind of keeping an eye on ACST as well. It's at 250, right at 250 now. It's gapping down some, but possible rebound over 3 is what I'm looking for. All right, so CLSN sitting right at that 350 area. Yeah, Dave. I'm pretty sure my wife already has RSV, and my daughter already had it as well. So we've already had it. I think he's on the tail end of it just because he's been sick for like the last. I mean, they didn't actually test for it. They did an X-ray last weekend, and they said that it looks like a viral form of RSV, and so the antibiotics that they prescribed us aren't going to do anything since it's viral. But yeah, I think he's on the tail end of it. I think he's getting better, but we're keeping him home anyway. Oh yeah, I think I do remember doing that, Team Blue, signing the exchange agreement and then just agreeing that I'm not a professional trader. I think I did do that when I first signed up. So I think Team Blue's right. So we appreciate it, Team Blue. Appreciate the help. Yeah, I tried to tweak my settings on for my stream and for my computer to see if it would stop lagging as much. So let me know if the video quality and the lag is better than it was yesterday. I know yesterday we were having some problems, and so I tried to tweak everything to see if it could run a little bit smoother for my stream. Alright, so watching KTOV here. Gonna see if it can break 250. EKSO as well. See if it can break this 334 high. ACST is sitting right at 250. Let's see if it can hold support where it had that previous support around the 240 area. CLSN. See if this one can hold over 350 and then push up and break that 358 level. Watching MBOT. I mean, it's gapping down some, not technically gapping down, but it's falling down some. It closed yesterday at 122. It's at 124 now. So we'll see if the volume can come up a little bit. That's ultimately what I want to see with this one, is some volume. It doesn't have that much volume now, so I want to see the volume pick up. Watching RELY, a little bit cheaper of a stock. It's at 61 cents now. It got all the way up to 70 cents, but it's still technically gapping up some at 61 cents. So we'll see if the volume can pick up in this one as well. Watching PTN. Same thing with this one. I want the volume to pick up a little bit. If it can get around $1 and start testing $1, I'll definitely start watching this one a little bit closer. MICT, still holding this one from yesterday. Not too confident in it. I have a stop loss set at $1. And so we'll see if it can rebound. It had good earnings yesterday, and so hopefully it can rebound. But that's why you never gamble with earnings. And I wish I would have known that and paid attention to that before I decided to get in it. RLOG at 62 cents. This is kind of like the other ones. I want to see the volume pick up a little bit more. And then there's another one, KBSF. KBSF up to $8, $7.75 now. So this one's pushing up. Had a really nice volume spike a little bit earlier. So gonna be watching this one. CMCM. No dairy products, Dave. Man. I need to get rid of Chromium. When I downloaded OBS, Chromium came included on it. And so Chromium is this, I hate Chromium. It clogs your whole computer. You know, and it never goes away. You can try to uninstall Chromium. It doesn't work. It spams that antivirus software it has, so it's super frustrating. But KBSF up to $8 even. It's CLSN still trying to break over 350. There it goes, up to 355 for CLSN, DRYS. Alright, so CLSN just broke the high of the day. It's at 360 now. Yeah, DRYS needs a little bit more volume as well. I don't necessarily trust DRYS, but it may run here. You know, who knows? It's gapping up some, so we'll see. Alright, so CLSN making another push up to 365. Good morning, Anthony. What's up, man? Alright, we got 2.5 minutes till the market opens. Malwarebytes, Grant. Okay, I'll check it out. But yeah, Chromium's a pain, man. I hate it. I've had it before. They usually hide it in a download, so when I downloaded Open Broadcast software, like my recording software, it's free, but they hid it in OBS, and so, you know, it pretends like it's not there, but whenever you restart your computer, you see it. But CLSN up to 365. Up to 371 at its high of day now. Big push. Good morning, Andre. Yeah, CLSN's running here. A lot of volume. Definitely probably has the most volume out of all of these stocks that I'm watching. It's just so extended. I mean, it's almost, I mean, it's about 50 cents away from a 200% gain overnight. And so, a little risky. Worried it might drop some. We'll see though. 1 minute, guys. It's up to 375 now, so really nice push. So apparently CREG has news. It's up to 470. Look at this push on CREG. It had some late pre-market news. Alright, there we go. Alright, so CLSN. Yeah, I'm out of MICT. I just got stopped out. Went under $1. EKSO here. Alright, so EKSO just broke over that previous high. Gonna watch this one. CLSN starting to wash out some, which is what I was worried about ultimately with this one. We'll see if it holds over 350 now. Watching EKSO for a 1 minute pullback here, if it can rebound. Watching CLSN here for a 1 minute pullback. Yep. Alright, so I'm in CLSN with 20 shares. Try to give it a little bit of time to work with me. It's up to 329. Let's see if it can push up some more. 330. Alright, CLSN's breaking over that high of the day at 285. Up to 394. Big push on CLSN, guys. EKSO up to 331, 333. Very beautiful 1 minute pullback on EKSO. Very obvious 1 minute pullback. Alright, now it's testing the high of day. Alright, it's reaching the high of day now. We'll see if it could run once it breaks. There it goes. It broke the high of day at 335, 337. Should have used a little bit larger sizing, I think, but I'll try to give it a little bit of time to work with me here. Up to 339. Up to 340, 341, 342. There we go. Yeah, it was a good trade idea. I just didn't use big enough sizing, I think. Up to 343. Let's see if we can test that 350 level. I just didn't use big enough sizing with it, which is my mistake. It was a good trade idea, though. Back up to 342. It's going to need a pullback coming up here. 344. There we go. 345. 347. We'll probably get rejected at this 50-cent level. Yeah. Which is what I was worried about. It was a nice 1 minute pullback here. I just didn't use quite big enough sizing for it. I used too small of sizing. But yeah, EKSO is running nicely though. There we go, 348. See if we can get over that 350 level, which is it's the level I'm worried about. I'm a little bit skeptical it's going to break it, but my entry's good, so try to give it a little bit of time. See if we can have another little pullback here. Up to 349. But yeah, like I said, I just didn't use quite big enough sizing to actually make enough from this trade. Yeah, down to 340. I'll let it pull back some. See if it has another 1 minute pullback here. PTN, guys. Whoever called out PTM, nice call out. Look at PTN. Up to 94 now. Testing that high. Up to 95 cents on PTN. Where did my EKSO trade go? Down to 334 on EKSO. Down to 333. Just didn't use quite big enough sizing with it. Very obvious 1 minute pullback though, so it was a good trade idea. But yeah, now it's down to 329. I'll try to let it bounce some. But that was my mistake. It was a good trade idea. It followed through really nicely. Just didn't use big enough sizing. You can see the really obvious 1 minute pullback here, right here, and then it broke over the pre-market high right around the open, which is always nice. But yeah, it's down to 326. We'll see if it bounces some and tries, but it's already down to 328, so. NEPT. NEPT's up a little bit. TYHT. SRAX. Trying here. SGRP. FNJN. ACST's trying here. Yeah, watching PTN here, it's trying to push up maybe to test that 950 or that 95-cent high. We'll see. Nice job, Fias. You said RIOT? Yeah, RIOT, guys, up to 1156. Whoever's holding this one, I know somebody said they were holding this one. Nice trade. SGRP. Yeah, SGRP, you know, maybe a good short if it breaks under some more. DRYS. RELY, I'm watching this one a little bit. But yeah, it was just my mistake on EKSO. It was a good trade idea. You know, you can see this obvious 1 minute pullback right here. And I even called it out. That's what I was looking for. And I just didn't use big enough sizing. If I would have used 30 or 40 shares, I could have made some on it. But just not enough sizing with this one. And so I'm going to get out if it breaks under this 324 level, which it's testing now. Go ahead and set a stop there at 323 for a small loss. Yeah, $2. NVDM. Yeah, I don't know which stock that is, Kevin. I think you had an error when you typed it. NVMND. Yeah, nothing's showing up for me with this one. But SRAX, guys, up to 430. But yeah, bummed out I used too small of sizing. Like I said, guys, you can see this really obvious 1 minute pullback. I called it out why I was getting into it, and it pushed up really nicely, up about, you know, almost 25 cents, about 24-cent gain. I just used way too small of sizing to profit from that push, and so it's going to be a lesson learned with me on this one. It was a good trade idea. I'm not really upset about it. It was a good trade idea, and, you know, I executed it well, called it out well, so, you know, the only thing that matters is that my patterns and setups are working, and that definitely worked well. So, lesson learned, use a little bit larger sizing, but MTBC. Yeah, MTBC up to 272. Really nice push. And SRAX, guys, is up to 440. Yeah, SRAX pushing up. Yeah, there's a big wall of sellers on EKSO at 330. We'll see if it can break. There goes SRAX, though, up to 440. KTOV. Oh, KTOV, I completely missed this one. Really nice washout long setup here. Up to 448, 444. Watching it over this 448 high of pre-market for SRAX. Nice job, Andre. Good trade, man. RIOT. Yeah, RIOT's pushing up nicely. Alright, so let's see. There's AEZS. AEZS is pushing up, guys. GROW is pushing up. BBOX. Alright, so EKSO is trying to make a comeback here. That's what I was waiting for, is that push. It's up to 336. LINU had a little push. EKSO up to 339. Let's see if we can get back up to the 340s. Big drop back down to 332 with EKSO. See if it bounces off of that pre-market high. Doesn't look like it. Big drop on KTOV. Big drop on RIOT as well. Alright, so I'm still watching EKSO to see if it bounces off of that pre-market high. But man, look at RIOT. Crazy comeback and push here. Look at this. All the way down to 1150, back up to over 12. Looks like it's going to try to come back here. VSTM. VSTM's pushing up, guys. BBOX as well. VSTM and BBOX. SRAX is testing that pre-market high. It looks like it may break and then break that $0.5 area. Gonna watch it for that. Up to 448. Okay, so SRAX just broke that pre-market high. It's testing the 450s now on SRAX. Up to 455. 456. 457. Really nice push over. Pre-market high break. That's why it's my second favorite setup. You can see here. Broke that pre-market high, got all the way up to 460 now. Up to 463, 470. SRAX is running, guys. 467. To 460. Watch for a 1 minute pullback maybe on SRAX. We'll see. APPS maybe waking up here. We'll see though. Big volume spike. I'm going to go ahead and get out of EKSO here for $1 loss. It's just not doing what I want it to. Minimal loss. Didn't use big enough sizing to take advantage of it. But it's okay. Very small loss. So SRAX bounced over the $0.5. We'll see if it holds support where that previous pre-market high was right here. At 449, we'll see. VLRX, guys, just got halted on the way up. It's at 399. And SRAX all the way down to 435. NEPT kind of waking up a little bit with some volume. We'll see if it continues. OPHC. Yeah, OPHC starting to reverse. Up to 698 now. ROKA. ROKA, guys. Check out ROKA here. Had a huge push all the way over $1 up to 119. It's at 117 now. Kind of sketchy stock, but big push. Down to 106, gave most of that big push back up to 113. ACHV. ACHV waking up some with some volume at 144 now. NEPT, guys, check out NEPT. Got in with 20 shares on ROKA. I may regret this one. Alright, so there goes ACHV up to 440, 149, 150. I'm going to get out of ROKA here. I just don't trust it. ACHV, though, is a beautiful chart. Up to 158, and it's limited liquidity. This is a pretty chart. Big spread, though. And it got rejected. Man, crazy move. CASC push it up as well. Really want to get in ACHV here, but it's limited liquidity, so it's tougher to trade. CASC here up to 423. Watching for a 1 minute pullback on ACHV. It's going to be tough to get into this one though, just because it's limited liquidity. Wish I could get in it on Ustock. Cancel it. Nothing I can do really. UQM. CASC up to 427. I might jump in with 20 shares here. RELY maybe reversing here. Philip, that's because I have that's because it was limited liquidity. You could see ACHV was limited liquidity, and so whenever a stock's limited liquidity, you can only get filled via via limit order, and so it's tough to kind of catch a big moving stock like ACHV with a limit order. And so, you know, that's the only reason. I mean, at least they tell you it's limited liquidity. And so, but yeah, that's why it's just limited liquidity. I can only get in with the limit order. You know, again, this is why the 1 minute pullback setup is my favorite, because you can see it did the same thing here again at 157. Now it's up to 174 at its high. And so even if it's just a little micro pullback like this right here, you know, it's still a really good strategy. It's my favorite strategy by far, and that's why. I couldn't take advantage of this one because it's limited liquidity, but it's still a good setup and a good strategy, and that's why I like it so much. That's why I go over it so much in my videos. It's because it's easily one of the most profitable setups that I trade, the 1 minute pullback setup on using the 1 minute chart. And so just couldn't take advantage of it because it's limited liquidity on UStock. Yeah, Paddle. I mean, UStock is definitely not without flaws. There's definitely some flaws with UStock. Like limited liquidity is one. It glitches out sometimes. But the commissions are cheap, and so if you're still learning to trade and don't want to blow up your account using huge sizing. So Kevin, it's peer-to-peer. So you trade with other people that are trading on UStock, and they also have super users, I believe. And super users, it's kind of like they act as market makers on UStock. All right, there's another 1 minute pullback on ACHV. Let's check it out to see if anybody's watching it now. We'll be able to see if it's still limited. Yeah, it's still limited on UStock, but really obvious 1 minute pullback again right here, guys. The only problem I have is that with a big moving stock like this, it shouldn't be limited liquidity. Like, there should be somebody else on UStock trading it, which is surprising, but I guess that's how it goes. It's up to 182. So, and like I said, another obvious 1 minute pullback here. 184. 185. Got all the way up to 189 now. Yeah, another 1 minute pullback. That's why it's my favorite. You can see here, pushed up, had one pullback on the 1 minute chart. really obvious, broke over that high, and now it's running some more. So this one had two 1 minute pullbacks, one here and one here. And really, I noticed it after this one. Wanted to get in, tried to get in, I wasn't filled. And so you can see it ran up now. So that's definitely one of the flaws of U-Stock, is the limited liquidity. Eventually, once it pushes up to where it's overextended, then U-Stock will take it off of limited liquidity. But it's up to 193 now, so a really nice push. So if you don't have U-Stock, or if you want to risk getting into it with its limited liquidity, really beautiful push on ACHV after a few 1 minute pullbacks. Up to 195, 96. Oh, yeah, it's for sure risky, Philip. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm still a new trader for the most part. I'm using really small sizing, and so it's not like I'm going all in on every trade. I'm just still learning to trade and just practicing my positions and setups using real money. I think trading like this on a broker like U-Stock is more beneficial than, say, paper trading somewhere, because I'm actually using real money, you know? And I mean, I've built my account up to a decent amount using this kind of setup and strategy. It's just sometimes U-Stock has its problems, as does any small broker. Any small broker is going to have their problems, you know. But yeah, I mean, it has its problems for sure. But most of the time, I can kind of wiggle around it and still come out okay. I've been wanting to short a lot lately, and so I've been thinking about throwing some money on SureTrader and using it strictly for shorting. Yeah, it's still limited. No, it doesn't apply. I can trade as much as I want, RB Bartimus. There's no limit. It's since it's not technically a real broker, it's a peer-to-peer broker. I can trade as much as I want, which is ultimately the reason why I use it, so I don't have any limited day trades. I should have got an ACHV on Robinhood. I forgot I had day trades left on Robinhood. A little bit too late now. Looks a little extended, but I should have gotten in. Yeah, I've got 3 day trades on Robinhood, so I have I can trade 3 times if I want. UQM here. Nice job, Andre. Yeah, I'm in the U.S. I mean, you can open a SureTrader account in the U.S., Kevin. If you're in the U.S., you can open it. If you watch my really old videos, I used to trade on SureTrader. My really old videos from a few years ago. Yeah, I traded on SureTrader. You can open one up in the U.S. There's nothing stopping you from doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of CASC. It's just not doing all I want. Not moving fast enough for me. It's not that limit orders get skipped, Philip. Like, they get hit. Limit orders do get hit. It's just with any broker. Like, when I traded on Thinkorswim, sometimes my limit orders, like, sometimes the stock's moving too quickly for you to actually catch the limit order. It will just move right past your limit order. And that happens on any broker. The problem with U-Stock is that it takes so long to go back and cancel that limit order and then set another limit order. You know, like to go cancel it, I have to go to my transaction list and do a bunch of stuff. And so it just takes too long. But it's not necessarily like limit orders work. It just, you got to catch it at the exact time or you're most likely going to miss the move. All right, so I'm watching ACHV on Robinhood. I'm watching it over $2. A lot of people are going to be watching it there, and it could get stuffed hard at $2, and so I'm going to be careful with it. Yeah, I mean, SureTrader, I love SureTrader's platform. I love the DOS platform. It's a great platform. You know, I love using it. The commissions are just, the fees and commissions are high on SureTrader. But if you like, for instance, you can do what I'm doing on SureTrader. Like I have Thinkorswim up and I'm using Ustock as my executing broker. You can do the same thing on SureTrader, so you can actually skip out on a lot of the fees. You're still going to have to pay probably $75, $80 a month. But you can do exactly what I'm doing with SureTrader, like Ustock. You can put SureTrader's executing window right here and then just trade using Thinkorswim's charts for free. Yeah, 6-to-1 margin on SureTrader. Yep. All right, so UQM is pushing up nicely here, guys. We'll see if it follows through. Yeah, Philip, I just deposited 1,000 into SureTrader when I used it, and so that's ultimately what I used with SureTrader. Like you don't need much. It just depends on what kind of sizing you're planning on using. If you're planning on going all out and using huge sizing, um, you know, it all depends. If you're planning on using big sizing, obviously you want to deposit more. But if you're just planning on using small sizing like I'm doing, you know, you don't need more. You don't need that much money to put in a minimum. WSTL up to 425. SHSP. AEZS, guys. AEZS up to 219. AEZS up to 217 now. RIOT still pushing up crazy. Up to 1253. CHFS as well, up to 1060. Yeah, ACHV. This is what I was worried about. That's why I called it out. A lot of times when everybody's watching a specific point like $2, a lot of times it'll push up, go up to 215, and then people start selling. And it'll drop all the way back down under it to kind of fake people out. People are going to start taking profits, especially people that got in maybe after this pullback. CYCC. CYCC, guys. Big push. And it's limited liquidity again. Man, it's stopping me from getting into some trades today. SSC, testing 250. Can't trade SSC on U stock. Exactly, Kyle. That's exactly, that's a good point. That 6-to-1 leverage is great and everything, but many times traders that use SureTrader are new, and so they're brand new, right? And so if you give them, $9,000 in buying power from a $1,500 account, and they have a few bad trades, their whole account's gone. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with SureTrader is that if you're a new trader, you need to stay away from that leverage, especially if you're a new trader, because if it's really tempting. 6-to-1 margin. If you deposit $1,500, you get $9,000 in buying power, and it's really tempting to go take some big trades, get in some big trades, use really big sizing. But that's how new traders lose. That's how new traders use, and they want you to use that margin. And so you got to be careful with it. If you could stay away from the margin as a new trader, or if you're an experienced trader, more power to you. Use the margin, build up that account if you can. But if you're a new trader, you got to be very careful with that margin, because it's really tempting to get $9,000 in buying power and just run with it. But you got to be very careful, because a few bad trades with a small account and your account's gone. See if ACHV can start to reverse here a little bit, maybe. CUR. CUR had a big volume spike. Up to 118. BOSC had a big volume spike. Alright, so they took CYCC off of limited liquidity. And they took ACHV off of limited liquidity after the move is done, which is kind of ridiculous. Maybe get in for a reversal play now, but up to 178, 179. Okay, sorry guys, I had to go check my trash, man. I forgot to take my trash out this morning. Alright, so UQM is pushing up, but it's just too slow for me. HIMX is pushing up if you like the more expensive ones. Alright, so UQM up to 141 now. I'm going to stop watching ACHV here. I don't know if it's going to reverse. XNET, guys, all the way back up to $22 almost. SSC's pushing up. HDP's up to right around the pre-market high. ZENO. Oh yeah, ZENO got halted. I've heard of TradeNet, Buddha. I've heard of them, but I've heard of them. I've heard good and bad. I'm still researching TradeNet though. You know, apparently they say you deposit $500 or you pay $500 and they give you 14,000 in buying power, but you have to give up 20% of your profits. But something doesn't sound right with that. You know, like 14,000 in buying power with only $500. It's just a little. Yeah, something doesn't seem right with it. You know, there's got to be a catch, in my opinion. You know, because if not, why would they do that? Why would they give you that much buying power? All right, so CYCC up to 185 now. CLSN. Yeah, reversing here up to 361. Watching it over this 375 area. Oh, ZENO's OTC. I can't trade it. It's not halted, it's just OTC. Yeah, that's exactly right, Kyle, and that's why I ultimately use them. CYCC here. Fake out. Up to 187. I'm going to go and jump in CYCC here with 100 shares. Just look to break out. May fake me out though, is what I'm worried about. Yeah. CYCC, the volume's just not there. I'm probably going to get out. That was an impulse buy by me. Probably shouldn't have gotten in. There's just no volume. Just not moving like I want it to. Everything's starting to kind of slow down. I got to be careful not to force trades. VLRX is halted on the way up. This one's moving crazy. UQM is pushing up towards the high of day. Nothing's really moving. I just have to be careful not to force trades. I mean, I'm kind of watching CLSN here to see if it can hold over 350. Yeah, there goes the CYCC drop. There just wasn't any volume. You can look at the volume bar. There's just no follow through volume. I need to save my chart so that the volume doesn't overlap. I prefer that not to overlap like that. WPCS. CLSN up to 263. $265. There we go. Alright, so I'm in CLSN with a small share size just to see if it'll push back up towards that high of day. May get rejected at this 74 level, but we'll see. Alright, so EKSO is reversing here, guys. Up to 329 again. EKSO doesn't want to stay down. Yeah, up wicks on CLSN. Look at these up wicks. But EKSO is reversing nicely. Yeah, I'm out of this thing. Been taking a bunch of small losses today. Frustrating because my first trade on that 1 minute pullback on EKSO was a good trade. I just didn't use big enough sizing. Yeah, don't sweat it, MR. You'll bounce back, man. Watching for this reversal play on EKSO. Yeah, it's been a tough day for me. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I got in right after this pullback here, rode it all the way up for that push, and I just didn't use big enough sizing. And so that's usually when I trade the best. Around this time, I don't do as well as I do right at the open, and so it'll happen. But I've been cutting my losses quickly. My overall losses on the day, I think around like $8. So a super small loss. Been cutting them quickly. I didn't like that on CLSN. You can see these big long up wicks here, meaning selling pressure. When you see up wicks like this, it means selling pressure. And so you can see the pressure ended up getting to it and it dropped. Down to 336. Looks like a good short now, honestly. Yeah, E-Time, I have been. Like you can see, I cut my losses pretty quick on CLSN. If it doesn't do exactly what I want it to, I usually just bail out of it. Which was a good thing in this case because I cut my losses on CLSN and it ended up dropping in a pretty big way. I'm not too confident on EKSO here. Nothing's really moving that much anymore either. And so I gotta be careful not to force anything. But yeah, I don't necessarily trust EKSO here. I've been thinking about it, but I just don't trust it. It could, you know, you look at this, it's starting to push up. It needs a pullback sometime. And while it may run up some, it needs its pullback. The needed pullback is too much, I think, for it. ATOM up to 439. Not that much volume. I'm gonna watch it nevertheless. ATOM, guys. See if it can pick up some volume here. And I can't trade it on Ustock. Yeah, now nothing's really moving. Volume kind of slowed down a lot, guys. VLRX. Trap, yeah, I swing trade sometimes. Sometimes I do a power hour stream where I look for swing trades on stream. So if you want to see that, I may do it today. VLRX. Yeah, VLRX. I mean, I don't know what's going on with this one. It looked like it was halted, but it's pushed up some since then, and so I don't know really what's going on with it. The level 2 looks like it's halted. Let me see. And I can't trade it on Ustock. But I don't know what's going on with it. I mean, it's up a huge amount already from like 330 to 660, so it's up 100%, but I don't know what's going on with it really. The chart on Thinkorswim's weird. But yeah, nothing's just moving really right now. I gotta be careful not to force trades. INVE maybe waking up a little bit. SSY halted on the way up. Alright, so there goes VLRX. Yeah, it looks like VLRX might be filling that gap down. We'll see if it holds support at 5. I'm worried it's going to get halted on the way down now, honestly. There it goes. Caught it. Right before it happens. Super obvious. I mean, this has been the pattern lately, guys, is that a stock will gap up, get halted, and then resume higher. It will get halted and then gap up some. So it will resume higher, and then it'll completely wash out and fill the entire gap going down. Very obvious pattern. It's been happening over and over and over again, and so that's how I knew this one was going to happen on VLRX. So they're actually good shorts, at least in the last week or two. The exact same thing's been happening with every halted stock. You know, every halted stock, it starts pushing up with some nice volume, gets halted on the way up, gaps up some, so pushes up some. When it resumes, it's much higher, and then it fills the entire gap down and gets halted on the way down. It's happened probably 10 times in the last few weeks. UWN. UWN maybe get a volume spike here. It's up to 247. SSY, the first halt. Yeah, we'll see on SSY. So that was the third halt on VLRX. SSY resumed. It's down to 175 now. We'll see if it has a pullback and then pushes up here, up to 190. I'd be very, very careful with these, though, guys. Up to 199. Back down to 181. Up to 186. Getting rejected at $2. We'll see if it can follow through here, but on SSY. Looks like SSY is getting halted again here. Who knows? Watching ACHV here and EKSO. Yeah, there goes the entire gap filled on SSY. Which is what's been happening almost every time. EKSO up to 335. OMNT. Check out OMNT. It looks like it got halted on the way up. Same pattern. Halted, gap fill. EKSO up to 334. I kind of like ACHV if it holds support where this previous high was at 180. DARE. DARE up to $3. Up to 305. 310. DARE, I'm sorry. Up to 310. Make it halted, looks like. We'll see. Back down to 303. Down to 295. Volume starting to come in on it. We'll see if it follows through. BBOX up to 393. What's up, Troy? What's up, man? You been on vacation, bro? Well, welcome back, dude. DARE fake out here on the whole dollar break. Pump and dump, yeah. Kind of looks like it. Nothing's really moving that quickly. RIOT gave all of it back, down to 1132 now from 1289. Alright, so ATOM up to 451. Volume spike, more volume than it's had all day on ATOM. I don't think I can trade this one on Ustock. Nope. I don't know, Adley. I'm still like, today I had a losing day. Yesterday I had a very small losing day, and so when I can get my consistency back, that's probably when I'll up my sizing. It's been a rough few days, so doesn't give me the confidence to do it. Although I will say this, if I would have used bigger sizing on EKSO, this would have been a really nice trade. I got in right after this pullback, wrote it up. Almost 25 cents. And so it would have been a really nice trade if it worked out, but used too small of sizing, so that's definitely something I'm going to have to consider. VLRX. VLRX, VBB, VLRX. I just say it. I just talk too fast. But yeah, everything's slowing down. There's not that much movement. RMGN. RMGN. Late day push with some volume. Hey, I can trade it and it's not limited. Try to jump in early here. A little bit too late, looks like. Wait for the pullback. Alright, so I'm in RMGN with 30 shares. Gonna see if it follows through with the push here, but check out RMGN, big volume spike, and there's the drop. No follow through. Maybe should have waited a little bit longer for the bigger pullback on it, but oh well. Back up to 120. SHAP maybe waking up some, need some volume. Looks like a pump maybe on RMGN. We'll see though. Yeah, this one's most likely a pump. OPTT. Alright, I'm out of RMGN. I'm probably done for the day. Hasn't been the best day. Yeah, OPTT's pushing. I've been getting too many fake outs for me today, though. I've been getting eaten alive by fake outs. Oh, I sound cute, Adelie. Thank you. I appreciate it, you know. That's my Cajun accent y'all are hearing. When I make my videos, when I say live stream, I can hear the country in my voice. The stream kind of echoes. It's like live stream, you know. I can hear the country in my voice. EKSO up to 336. I'm watching OPTT here. See if it follows through. EKSO up to 337, watching it over 340. RMGN back up to 120. Not going to toy with stocks like this. Not going to get back in it. Unless I see a really big volume spike and a really huge push on RMGN, I'm not going to hop back in that one. Too sketchy. Hey, he might be Andre. You never know. Yeah, I never even noticed I had a country accent until I went up to Canada, and everybody thought I was from Texas up there. EKSO up to 338 now. 339. It's pushing that 340 level. VLRX. Yeah, I mean, it's holding support at 4. Trying. Marco, I'm from Louisiana. That's why I said Cajun accent. I live in Texas, but I'm from Louisiana. EKSO down to 335. I thought it might get rejected at that 340 level. Not really too much moving. I mean, I'm still watching EKSO. If this one gets rejected, I'll probably be done for the day. I'm just watching it to see if it breaks 340 after it flags a little bit. I want to see it hold support where that previous high was of that last flag pattern right here at about 335, 336. And so I want to see if it holds support there. XNET is back up. XNET is back up to the high of day, guys. Crazy move on XNET. And EKSO's down to 330 again. I'll probably shut the stream down now, guys. There's not too much moving. I don't want to force any trades this morning. You down with OPTT, Kyle? Yeah, you know me. Yeah, I've always thought of that. The funniest wordplay when I was trading stocks was actually the previous high of YUMA was at 310. So it was 310 to Yuma. And it was actually true on UMA. I'm tripping over my words. YUMA. YUMA was breaking over its previous high at 310. So Yuma was breaking over 310. But anyways, guys, I'm about to shut the stream down. There's nothing else moving. If you want to see me day trade my small account, make sure you come check out our live stream again starting at 8:45 a.m. every weekday morning. Hopefully, I do a little bit better tomorrow. It's been a tough last few days. Probably won't get in anything else, but if I do, I'll go ahead and make a video and let you guys know about it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys, and everybody do me a favor and click that like button right now. We appreciate the support, guys, so if you could do that, we definitely appreciate it, like I said. But yeah, guys, good luck if you decide to get in anything else. I don't know if I will or not. I most likely won't. I'm probably down about $10 on the day, maybe a little bit more, maybe 11, and so hopefully I'll be able to rebound that tomorrow. And yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, you're from Fort Worth, Andre? That's cool. Adderley, yeah, I'm right outside of Houston. I'm actually in the Woodlands area. Yeah, I'll probably do it for Power Hour Ant. My son's homesick, so I can't go work today. And so I'll probably stream for Power Hour. Yeah, if you want to see a Power Hour stream where I go over swing trades, come back at about 3:30. If you click the bell next to the subscribe button, it will give you a notification every time I go live. So if you want to see the Power Hour stream, go ahead and click the bell next to the subscribe button. And I should start it up at about 3:30 to go over swing trades. So come check that out if you can. What's up, Real Boredom Productions? You have a few questions, man? I'll stay and answer some questions if you have some. What's up? AMDA? Ant, why are you telling me these things, man? I gotta quit trading for the day. Yeah, AMDA's up to 4. Got rejected back down, though, so we'll see. Later, Marco. See you, man. But yeah, Real Boredom. If you have questions, man, just email me at beginnertrading at gmail.com. Beginnertrading at gmail.com. Or you could tweet me at beginnertrades. Either one. I'll go ahead and add my Twitter and Facebook. Yeah, here's my Twitter, guys. If you guys have any other questions, just send me a message or tweet me on Twitter, and I'll try to get back with you. But yeah, see you guys later.